So, so milkshakes, Twinkies full of cream, maple syrup on pancakes and mocha in coffee, bright-colored sprinkles and freshly made toffee, caramel on ice cream with a nice waffle cone. These are a few of my favorite things to eat, or so they used to be. See, I firmly believe now that any amount of processed sugar consumed is harmful to your overall health. And essentially, processed sugar is toxic and should be completely cut from your diet altogether. So what I'm about to say could potentially change the way you think about sugar before you consume it. I will be discussing how addictive sugar is, how consuming processed sugar could potentially shorten your life, and why cancer is very fond of sugar. First, let's talk about illegal drugs, or something close to it. Processed sugar is as addicting as major illegal drugs. Simon Capewell, a professor of clinical epidemiology at the University of Liverpool, says sugar is the new tobacco. He's essentially saying sugar is a drug when he compares it to tobacco. Many people understand that sugar is not something that you should be eating a lot of, but they don't see it to the point where you should completely cut it from your diet. Sugar and tobacco both have no nutritional value and are very harmful to your body. And just like tobacco and many drugs, when you have sugar, you develop a euphoric effect from the sugar, making you feel very good when you eat the sugar. But what happens is your body builds an immunity to that euphoric effect, and next time you eat the sugar, you need more to feel that same way. So every time you eat sugar, you're going to be eating an increased amount to feel the same way as you did previously. So by increasing it, you're increasing the harmful effects. Just like any drug, the more you have of it, the worse it's going to affect your body. So this is why I feel that sugar should be completely cut from your diet altogether, so you don't have that addictive effect. Now, I have told you about how addictive sugar is, and I'm going to tell you about other harmful effects from sugar. By consuming processed sugars daily, you're dramatically increasing your chances of dying from multiple diseases. According to Dr. Lustig, who is an American pediatric endocrinologist, the increase in sugar consumption over the past 30 years parallels to the increase of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Some feel that sugar in moderation is okay, which may be true to an extent, but what the American Heart Association says, which is the safe value of sugar per day, which is 25 grams of sugar, is not a lot. But just by having one can of soda, you are having 40 grams of sugar. So right there, you're already over the safe amount of sugar per day. So by trying to have a minimal amount of sugar per day is very difficult. Just like how I said previously, it's very addictive. Even if you have that small 25 grams of sugar, you're going to want more next time because you're not going to feel happy just from having that 25 grams. You're going to just want a little bit more every single day, a little bit more. And then that gets to that point where it's way too much and you start having very harmful effects from it. So, in my opinion, sugar in any dosage when you eat it, consume it, is very harmful and should be completely cut from your diet. So now this just leaves my last point, which is sugar is fuel. Not just for quick energy, but for cancer cells. See, cancer is very fond of sugar. According to Dr. Sirius, refined sugars are strongly linked to cancer. Not only is the cause of cancer, but as something that feeds the cancer cells once a person actually has developed the cancer, the tumor. Sugar has many bad side effects that make you think it just can't get any worse, but as you can see, it got much worse. Sugar feeds every single cell in your body. That includes cancer cells, which we all have. By cutting out sugar, you're allowing your body to be rid of the harmful toxic that not only increases your chances of developing diabetes, obesity, and heart disease, but also which feeds the cancer cells that you've developed even after the cancer cells you have, even after you've developed the tumor. So, if you want to live a long, healthy, and cancer-free life, a great first step in the right direction would be to completely cut out sugar from your diet. So let's recap what I just talked about. Sugar is as addictive as most known major illegal drugs. Sugar is a huge cause of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. And last but not least, sugar feeds every cell in your body, and that includes cancer cells. So processed sugar is toxic, and it is crucial that you cut it out immediately. And now I hope you have a better understanding of how dangerous the consumption of sugar really is. And with that said, black coffee, green tea full of antioxidants, egg whites on fresh toast and sauteed green veggies, bright colored peppers and small tasty berries, freshly juiced carrots with a nice celery stick. Now these really are a few of my favorite things to eat.